Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to make a really quick one on the basics of cold email because so many people start getting too complicated, advanced, like all this kind of stuff with start adding AI personalization and enrichment and like they just start trying to figure out advanced stuff before they've even got like the basics down. Cold email is just another channel to get your message in front of people. It's the same as if you're doing ads or if you're doing something else. It's just different medium, but it's all the same principles that apply in terms of human psychology. Um, so before I was trying to think of all these like crazy cool techniques and trying to figure out all these tips and tactics and stuff and these tools and everything, just do the basics. The basics is get your message, a good offer in front of the right people at the right time, and it will always, always, always convert. If it's a good offer and if it's in front of the right people that want that offer and it's at the right time, then it will convert. So that is like the foundational principle 101 of the whole thing is just put your offer in front of the right people at the right time. And that comes down to the types of lists that you're building. So right segmented lists, the email copy that you have, right? Some people advocate for short email copy. I advocate for it. But if your target loves long, reading, you know, who might say that short email is the best way to do it? It's not. Some targets could love reading long emails. You don't know the offer itself in terms of like how you package the whole thing, how you email them, how you write, the language that you use. Like all of that is basically part of who and what you're offering to that person when you reach their inbox. And if you're doing it to the right people who resonate with your message and you're doing it at the right time when they need it or they're in the market for it and they're listening and thinking about it, it will convert into getting a response, booking them on a call, and closing a deal. So I just wanted to really, really clarify that there is no hard and fast rules of how you should write your emails and how you should do this, that, and the other. Of course, there's tips and there's tactics and strategies that work for certain industries, but the most important thing is to have a good offer in front of the right people at the right time. And I know it sounds really simple, but just think with that first. Is it a good offer? Does it help entice people? Is this what people want? And is it the right people that you're targeting who want this thing? And is it the right time? Because normally only about 3% of the market is in the market at any one time for what you're selling or what you're offering. Right? Most people won't be in the market for it. So that's the first like basic principle, but the most important basic principle. Now the second one is give before you ask. So you can't just go up to someone and say, "Hey, give me this stuff." Like, "Hey, I want this," and let's have 30 minutes of your time. Like, they don't know who you are. You're a stranger. You've just contacted them via email. Like, give something, help them out, give them value, offer to help them in something. Like, give something in advance before you ask for anything. Don't ask for their time. Don't ask for like 50 minutes. Don't ask for half an hour. Just give before you ask. When you give before you ask, you open up like some kind of reciprocation, right? You basically give by giving to them. You allow them to see like, oh, cool. I feel like I should reciprocate in some kind of way. So give before you ask, always with cold email. It's a principle that we follow and we do for our clients, and it's worked really, really well. The third thing is the email infrastructure and deliverability. So keeping this really simple, you want to make sure that you are, of course, using inbox rotation, multiple domains, all that kind of stuff. You want to be sending a maximum of 30 cold emails per day per account, always making sure that your emails are on warm up and you send 20 to 30 warm-ups a day and 20 to 30 cold emails per day, per account, per email inbox. You want to make sure that you're not having links in the first email because that will make sure that you end up in spam. And you want to stay out of spam by making sure that you verify your lists, by making sure that you're not pulling from terrible data sources, not having old information. You want to make sure that you're verifying your lists in some kind of way to verify your email addresses. So that's really, really simple. That's like really all you need to follow. If you want, turn off over tracking, like all that kind of stuff. But really the basics are just don't put emails, links in the first email. And make sure you're verifying and make sure you don't have like a super high bounce rate. Make sure it's like under 3%. Another one sounds really, really basic and really simplistic, but find what works and then do more of what works. Some people, you'd be surprised that so many people like, "Hey, this thing's working. Let me try this other thing." Like, no, if it's working, do more of the thing that's working. Just keep doing it, doubling down on that, right? You find that email copy B is better than email A and C. Do more of do more of B, turn off A and C, and just double down on B, and just split test like little variations of B. Just do that. Stop overcomplicating it. And then the final one here is respond to leads quickly. So the quicker that you can respond to a lead, the better chance you'll have because they've literally just sitting in front of their computer on their iPhone or on their phone and responding to you. So if you respond within the first like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, you've got every chance to be able to land them. Now, obviously, that's not feasible in most cases unless you have like a dedicated person that's watching the inbox like a hawk. But the quicker you can respond, the more likely you are to land in the lead because they are busy. And so once you've got their attention, convert that attention as soon as possible. That's all it's around. You're grabbing their attention with the initial email, then convert the attention afterwards. If you grab their attention and then 24 hours later respond, you've lost their attention, right? So there's nothing to convert anymore. You now have to re-grab their attention and then reconvert it. You already go back up the hill. Make it easy for yourself. So respond to leads quickly. You follow these tips and principles and stuff. Everything else in terms of like the list building, the copy and everything kind of works itself out. Of course, there's tactics and strategies that help with that side of things, but it's how to think about cold email, how to approach cold email, and just think about the basics. Good offer in front of the right people. Make sure you've got the proper infrastructure in place so you're staying out of spam and actually getting delivered into the inbox so people see your message. Again, that goes back to in front of the right people. They have to get in front of, right? Give before you ask. Have some kind of reciprocation from the other side. And then find out what works, do more of it, respond to people quickly, and be human about it, right? Of course, you can use AI, and AI can do amazing things, but all of that stuff comes with like layer 2, layer 3, when you get a bit more advanced and understand like how these basics work. When the basics work, then add fuel to the fire by doing AI enrichment, like all this other stuff. So I hope this video has been useful. It's very simple, but simple, people always look past simplicity because they think there's some other answer out there or something. No, it's just do the basics right and then keep building with that. Again, if you need help with done for you outbound services and you are a marketing agency and you have at least 3 case studies and current clients, you provide a good service and you want to scale, then book a call below with the link, and we'll chat through how we can help. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.